me. 3, 2, 1.
Hello guys, Tuner back again. This time we got P-47 2, the Freedom Star. This is a brand new MegaDrive game by City Connection. This was originally an unreleased MegaDrive game from back in the day, and City Connection has pretty much brought it out and finished it off. And it's pretty nice, so we'll start this without showing you much of the game. So I'll show you the options. In the options, you've got 3 difficulties. It's easy, normal, and hard. I would say if you're good at shoot 'em ups, I pretty much 1cc'd normal on my first go, and I haven't even tried easy. So I've been playing on hard, and to be honest, hard is a pretty good challenge. Take you a bit of practice to do it. So basically, that's where you want to go. If you're good at shoot 'em ups, I would chuck it on hard from the start. You've got a choice of 3, 4, or 5 lives. We'll leave it there. The standard button layout is that, but I prefer to have shot and A and hyper. Your hyper is your bomb, but it's also when you got bombs in stock. If you get hit, it acts as a shield. You lose a bomb, which is quite handy. So you don't die as long as you've got some hypers in stock. You don't die instantly from getting hit. This game also has a very nice sound test. You can play all the music from the game, which is pretty nice touch, I think. So we'll exit it. So yeah, so let's start this up. So there's 5 levels, as you'll see on the map when you first look, but there is actually 6 levels on this game. You've got a couple of different power-ups. You've got a speed power-up, as you just see me pick up. Then there's a bomb power-up, there's a missile power-up, and there's a wide shot power-up. So your little plane on the side, you get 2 of them, and you get wide shots. And also there's like a one of that plane will have a big shield around it, and you can use that. Basically, there's the other firing. You can use that to ram enemies with it. It's a little bit tricky to use, but it's probably incredibly powerful. I would say after playing through this a few times, I would say that probably the missiles are the best weapon. What you didn't see then, generally on most of the levels, there's a secret extra life, and there's one over there. I just basically ducked down and picked it up. They are very useful, especially when you're playing on hard. When you die, you will basically lose all your weapons, so that you'll have to start back up. But you will keep your whatever weapon you're on, you will keep it. So this is your classic horizontal style shooter. Basically, there's a boss at the end of each level. If you like P-47, this game does actually feel like a P-47 game, especially with the music. The music is very P-47, and the weapons are, and the way you kill the enemies, and having the secret extra lives on the level as well, which is very P-47. So I will show you a bomb. So there's your bomb. As I say, they also act as a shield. So essentially, if I get hit now, I'll lose one of my hypers. But you will pick hypers up throughout the levels, like this one there, and then you'll build them up. You can power up. I think it's 3 times. Either 3 or 4 times. I can't remember. I think it's 3. And you get the full power. Same with the speed. Like I got full speed at the moment. To be honest, I quite like the full speed. So we are coming up to the first boss. First boss is pretty easy, really. You take that out, and then you take these out one by one. If you basically stay by here and you've got good weapons, you can take these out super easy. And that's pretty much the first boss. So then you move on to level 2. Graphics in this game, I think the graphics are quite P-47 as well, to be honest. I think the graphics are nice. There's quite a lot of levels of parallax scrolling, as you can see there. I think there's like 10 levels of parallax scrolling, which is quite impressive on some of the levels. The game's nice and colourful as well, and I quite like the music. It plays nice. Playability is very good, actually. And it does feel like a classic MegaDrive game. To be honest, I don't know the reasons for it, but I'm not quite sure why they didn't release it back in the day. So it probably would have done really well, even though some people are saying they would have been lost in the sea of MegaDrive shoot-em-ups, but I don't know, I think it would have done quite well. It's actually a pretty fun game. So yes, there's different planes and all that. Like I said, I've come to the conclusion, I think the missiles are the best. This is full power on the missiles. No, it isn't. This is full power on the missiles. I think the missiles are the best. They're the most handy, I would say. Especially for later levels when you're in tunnels and stuff. And you're over a boat. The boat level can be a bit tricky. There's another hyper there. So guys, this is going to be a little bit of a short review because I don't want to show you too much of this game. Because when I seen a review, I didn't want to watch it either. So I'm going to pause it there. So what would I say about this? I think it plays really well. Difficulty wise, normal is too easy for me anyway. It is a bit too easy, so you want to chuck it on hard. I think you'll have a much better challenge and you'll enjoy the game a lot more. When I first seen videos of this, I liked the look of it, but I wasn't quite sure whether it was going to be any good or not. It looked decent, but I was thinking, no, perhaps it looks good, but it's not that great. But to be honest, I was pretty surprised. Graphics, I think, are very nice. The box and cover is very nice. The booklet's all, you get nice sort of MegaDrive booklet and everything. Shame that the cartridge, they haven't really beveled it properly. So like I say, it's easy enough to do yourself. It takes seconds if you've got a really nice file, and then you've got no problems with cartridge slots. But yeah, so to be honest, I'm a little bit surprised with this game. I actually really like it. I'm liking it more than I thought I would. Like I said, I was a little bit dubious from the videos whether it would be good or not, but I think it's actually a really nice game. I have 1cc'd it a couple of times on hard now. I've been playing it quite a bit. I did stream it one night for a few hours, and I've been playing it again. I just managed to do a one life of hard as well. So if you're going to shoot 'em ups, you're going to be able to 1cc it reasonably quick, I would say. But if you just shoot 'em ups and you're pretty casual and stuff, it's probably going to be a really good challenge even on normal view. So yeah, this game does have some fast bullets off some of the enemies as well. And you do have to learn the bosses and planes and the best ways to attack them, otherwise you're just going to get hit by random bullets all over the place. So all in all, guys, I would definitely recommend this, especially if you've got a MegaDrive. Either just put an order in on Amazon Japan for it, if they're still available. But if not, you can get the Western Retrobit version. I personally wanted the Japanese one because I much prefer MegaDrive. I much prefer Japanese games, generally just because they got better boxes and better artwork, and I've always had a preference for the Japanese games, so I wanted the Japanese version. But yeah, I actually really like it, and I think I'm going to be playing this game quite a bit. I've been enjoying it so far from what I've been playing it, so yeah, definitely a thumbs up recommendation for me. And so if you like it, pick yourself up a copy of it. There's no plans, as far as I know, to sell a ROM for it. Seeing as they're doing a retail release in Japan and in the West, I would say that they're never going to do a ROM for it. So you're not going to play it in your flash card or anything. So, yep, you are going to have to buy the original. I think, well, cost-wise, I think the cartridge, it's about like 40 odd quid. But I did get slightly ripped off by Amazon, and they charged me 40 odd quid delivery. My mate was charging the same, but he cancelled his and reordered it, and they only charged him 15 quid. So that does suck a little bit, to be honest. So I did pay about 20 odd quid more than I should have for postage, but oh well, it is what it is. And, it is what it is, but I actually really like it. So as much as I'd like to complain, it's going to get me nowhere. So we'll take it from here. But anyway, guys, definitely recommended. If you like to look at it, pick it up. Really good game. So hopefully you enjoyed the review, and I shall catch you again. So bye now.